Hello, how's it going? I'm Kendrick Smith, Test.Energy Solutions Podcast Director. Today we're here at the Hilton Hotel here in Houston, Texas, where we're at a engineering conference, and I'm here today to talk to engineers, see how they like tests, what their thoughts are on about it, so I can share with the people about this amazing technology, bring it to the world. So come with me today. Why we do that?
John and Steve. So we have John and Steve, engineers from SunWest. We're going to ask them a few questions about tests and see their ideas about it and things like that. So can you tell us a little bit background about Carbon Fish and what you guys do?
Yeah, Carbon Fish is Michigan-based. We are in manufacturing, industrial efficiency. So we consult large manufacturing groups on how to cut down on their energy usage and waste.
Okay. And what y'all heard about tests, and is this y'all's first time hearing about tests, or I've heard about y'all a lot, so y'all known about tests for a while.
If I may,
sure.
We began to hear about tests several years ago, but we just sort of onboarded a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Carbon Fish, our tagline is revolutionizing efficiency,
mm-hmm.
and we felt that tests was exactly that,
mm-hmm.
and so we just wanted to be part of it.
What makes y'all think like tests would be a good way to make things more efficient and things like that?
Well, it's an amazing technology, to take wasted heat or wasted energy and turn it back into usable energy. It's an amazing technology.
It'll change the way we produce energy, the way we use energy. It'll assist in utilities being able to reduce the burden on the grid, so they can relax more and not worry about brownouts and things of that nature. As this spreads, it's gonna change the way we produce, operate. Way manufacturing is looked at and viewed, and it sounds like it could be a change in the automotive industry before it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say that I feel we are blessed with the opportunity to meet this team and be a part of it. I feel lucky that we were reached out to by CAT, and because of that, we were able to come here to this seminar and learn more, and it's exciting. This technology is amazing, and I think it's going to change the way we perceive and utilize our energy in the world. So I'm excited.
This is y'all's first time hearing anything about this, about like a technology like this? Or?
Well, I heard about it several years ago, although not the complete story, but we've really been the last 2 to 3 months focused on and we're definitely all in.
What we do is finite, and then what we did start in as energy efficiency, the manufacturing facilities have things that they need to have upgraded. But that is finite. Changing lights, adding VFDs,
Yeah.
doing some of the things that we do. There's only so much of that can be done. We have to diversify. Well, this is the most unique opportunity to diversify that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I think in the long haul, it will not only help our Michigan companies do better on the bottom line, but it's just going to make a more sustainable energy production capability for all the state of Michigan and possibly the Midwest. So, for us.
You guys actually answered some of my questions without me asking, so.
Try to help you out.
All right, guys. So now we're here with Kevin Snyder from EnviroMind. We're gonna ask him some questions about tests and see what he thinks and how he thinks it's gonna change the world. So yeah, Kevin, thank you for leading on.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, we want to know. Everyone's been learning about this new technology, tests, and want to know like your opinion of it.
Well, I've been working on processing data since 2016, high density data. I've been looking for the right renewable piece to be able to incorporate Web3 high density data nodes throughout the community, because currently the grid cannot support the mass amount of data processing required moving forward. So when I hooked up with Tess a couple months ago, it was a game changer for my company, because it makes us be able to offer Bitcoin Reserve to anybody in the country for their company, basically monetizing their thermal waste or their need for a web node, a Web3 node in their facility. So if they don't have thermal energy to sell us to put in a battery and monetize their waste, we can still sell them a battery because we put an EnviroMind e-node down next to it, powering 225 Bitcoin miners. And we capture that heat to run the battery, and we compensate the customer on site with Web3 hardware and Web3 capabilities.
Yeah.
So in a sense, TESS is a revolutionary play for powering third world countries or anywhere else that has a wasted thermal heat spend. But even better, we can create the thermal heat spend with a Web3 node and sell Web3 access to the companies in the country and supply them with their own hard wallet Bitcoin reserve off of that waste, and compensating them with Bitcoin instead of cash.
Yeah.
And every company, hopefully, will soon know, if they don't already, how important that move is. Someone in your company, who in anyone's existing company, is going to get tasked with going to purchase Bitcoin and drawing up a reserve.
Yeah.
What person in each company currently would know how to do that? Very few people know how to do that safely, which is why crypto has taken such a long time to advance, because you're dealing with company money.
Yeah.
Who's going to give somebody $1 million to go buy Bitcoin in your company? No one. That's a heavy lift. But if I say I'm going to pay you $25,000 a month for your heat waste in Bitcoin, if you let me park 2 units here, who's going to tell me no?
Yeah, you can.
Who's going to tell me no?
You might be running out with more money than what you give them, so.
So that's my model. That's why I'm here from Ohio, because I'm excited to not only get involved with TESS, but start the manufacturing process and the whole, because it just plays in with what I do
Yeah.
currently, which is Web3 renewable infrastructure and Bitcoin mining and AI.
You think test is the best?
This is
fit?
the key element. This is what I've been looking for. A sensible renewable energy play to develop throughout the community, tying it to a Web3 high density data node that processes AI, machine learning, deep learning, IoT, and Bitcoin mining, anything that you need in the future. So,
Yeah.
so that's what we do at Environmind, environmind.energy.
And do you like what would you say like is making tests more like, let's say, better than like solar for your
Well,
company?
the technology itself is revolutionary, but really the group that's working it is the right group to have it, I think.
Okay.
The ministry and the whole thing with the right, what you would call it, the right attitude, helping people. Like that's what the whole end game is, helping people get
Yes.
power that don't have power, helping people get a better bottom line at their own company so they can do better for their family in this country. It's all, or everywhere really, around the world, but everywhere. But I'm saying that's the thing that gets me excited is, I mean, I want to help everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what the message was in here as well, is like, I like that message. So it's good stuff.
That's perfect. That's all I need.
It's the retail guy. So I've always in the back of my play, like whenever this becomes a retail play for retailers.
We put it right next to Franklin, Iowa. That's how.
And then the next day I get a call, I'm like, no.